Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to talk about the best forms of cardio. So the first best form of cardio, we start with the best and we're going to go down to the worst. So the number one cardio is sprinting. Why? Because sprinting increases your testosterone, which will increase your muscle gain, which will make you gain muscle even faster and make you feel better, more like a man, more energized and more coordinated. So sprinting during puberty can also increase growth hormone, rise growth hormone. For people past puberty, it can help you with recovery, and people during puberty can help you with recovery and increasing your height, which to us so you can attract a mate, even better mate. So every time you gym, become more attractive after 6 months, which will cause you to attract even higher quality mates. So yeah, this applies to both genders. Excuse me. Yes, sprinting. How much should you sprint in a day? You should sprint. You should you should sprint for 10 laps. What you should do is you should sprint for 100 meters, and then after that you start running for maybe like as your rest. For example, you sprint over here for 100 meters, then you run for about 500 meters, and then you sprint again, and then you sprint again for another 100 meters, and it repeats until you hit 10 or 7 or 10. Maximum maybe you can go up to 15 or 20. This will increase your stamina. This is very good boxing, fighting conditioning, and also for obviously any sport that you play, for explosive strength. And this will really make your bones more dense because of all the testosterone that you're getting there. This is the best cardio exercise in my opinion. So the second form of cardio is walking. You would think I would say running, but walking is actually better because running increases your cortisol. Because understand, the human body was designed to, like, okay, what was the reason we survived, our Homo sapiens survived millions of years ago? It's because, not because we were smarter, not because we were stronger, it's because we could last longer, we could outlast everyone else. We could fight, for example, like during wars, people can fight for 3 days on without stopping. People could fight for, the longest part you can stay up for 11 days. You can even stay up for 11 days plus. Like that, don't ever do that. But I'm saying your body can do that. You can even David Goggins can run for days on end without stopping. The longest he ran was 300 miles, 320. Maybe that's at least like 500 or 600 kilometers. That's a lot. The Neanderthals and the other species, they couldn't do that. They were stronger, smarter, more attractive, whatever. They had all the other advantages, but we just had a stamina advantage. That's why our bodies are designed to run for long distance. But the problem with that is it's a double-edged sword because it increases your cortisol, which cortisol is your stress. So your stress, once you stress, then you become less attractive. You become less, because what happens is you get less sleep. Your testosterone decreases. Your energy levels. You feel tired all the time. Why do you feel tired, but you can't go to sleep? Because your body is ready to fight. It's ready for action. If you if you are currently getting hunted by a tiger, and why in your cave, are you gonna stay? Are you gonna go to sleep? You're gonna be tired, but you're gonna stay awake. So that's cortisol for you. That's stress. You're stressing about your homework. Don't. That's what the main thing is, to decrease the amount of stress so you can increase your testosterone. So basically, running for long isn't optimal. You can do it, if you do it too much, if you run for too long all the time, increase your cortisol levels, which will decrease your testosterone, which will make you, you'll make you less attractive, and it'll make you it's good for conditioning your fitness, don't get me wrong, but it won't be good for you building muscle, long distance running, sprinting and walking. Now I'm going to speak about walking. Walking is good for decreasing your body fat. It's good for when you walk. It's like, sure, you're walking for long, maybe 30 minutes, but your heart rate is low and you're not constantly stressed. So you're walking and then your body goes into fat burning mode, because after you walk, when you walk after the battle, then your body starts to relax and calm down with danger is over. When you're running, you're hunting something, you're stressed. When you're walking, you finish the hunt, you're going back home, you're looking for prey, whatever, and your body starts going to fat burning mode instead of cortisol spiking mode. Sprinting, however, it increases testosterone. It gives you a short, because since you're sprinting for such a short amount of time, sure, you get short cortisol spikes, but then after that you relax for a bit. You walk, you do a little, you only doing it for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Running usually do for an hour, 2 hours. Some people, you may call me crazy, but eventually you can reach there within 2 months of starting to run to get to reach a 10K. I did by 10K. I used to do long distance running. I can show you a picture of how I looked. But I know you're here for fitness advice, not looks advice, whatever. So yeah, walking is the second best thing that you can do. So the next thing is doing jump rope, skipping rope. You can even skip without a rope, but it's going to look very awkward. So, but you can still do it. But so if you have a skipping rope, you're doing it for maybe, let's say, boxers do it for 15 minutes at a time. 15 minutes as a warm up. So this will burn a shit ton amount of calories. Running, I don't know. I think you burn more calories than running, because I think you burn 300 calories, 300 calories in 15 minutes. I can't think so. So this will, how do you lose weight? You burn a lot of more calories than you eat. So this will get you better blood flow and get you better, it'll basically burn more calories, which will, if you want to lose weight, skipping is a hack. You can see many people on TikTok lately have been saying that it's a hack. It is true. I've been skipping for a long time. It's made my journey to gain weight even harder. I've been staying at the same weight for a long time. You could wait 1 second. Okay. So skipping is another thing that you can do. And the next thing is, well, it's going down and downer. So like the scale gets even worse over time, ranking them from best to worst. The next thing is, well, playing a sport. No. Playing a sport is automatic cardio, but it's actually, I would say it's more effective actually. So that's not worse. I was gonna say the next thing was running. That's what I was originally gonna say, because running, I already told you what's the bad side of running, but the good side is it burns a lot of calories, it gets you more fit, and if you focus on increasing your stamina for long term, you can do running. You can do, but try and you can do 3 miles, 5 miles, 3 kilometers, 5 kilometers, 7 kilometers. It's not necessary. You don't necessarily need to run for longer than you're supposed to. Yeah, and like for example, there's story here that Mike Tyson trained a Custamato, didn't like him going for runs. He said that it's um it's unnecessary. He just walks and eats and box. Even Angelo Dundee said the same thing. He had his fighters running for only 2 miles, 3 miles a day. Not usually Muay Thai fighters run for like 12 miles a day. Boxers usually want to run for 10Ks all the time, because you think it will increase your stamina significantly. listen, no matter what you do, if you do not rest and recover, you won't get any results. You must rest and recover. You must eat properly. It's going to be very difficult to build muscle, to get fitter, to get more stamina if you're not resting and recovering and not eating well, because that's where the growth happens. You're breaking down. If you go and you won't know if you need a new door if you wait, I'm trying to think of a good example. If you break down your door, you won't know it needs. Actually, I'm not saying break down your door. It's a poor example, but I'm saying reinforce your door. Don't just rely on your wooden door. Even though I have a wooden door, I'll just make an example. So, reinforce your door with locks. Reinforce your door with metal bars, with a security system, whatever. Same with your fitness. Reinforce your fitness with recovery, with good foods. You can grow faster, and you in the long term, you will. Um, I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. The long term, you it's going to help you. It's going to help you. So those are the four best forms of cardio listed. Anyway, I have a course on fitness, how to build a static body. Please check it out in the description, and I'll see you in the next video.